Hey guys, welcome to our weekly community AMA for Book and Blue. Got tons of great updates to share with you guys today. So hope you guys are ready. So I guess before I get into it, I just wanted to share a little quick personal note. I mean, probably don't really need to be sharing this, but I mean, some of you guys may know I have a little bit of ADHD. I'd been taking a little bit of time off my meds there for a couple months just to kind of go without them, but I've gotten back, and productivity is about to skyrocket to 200%, like you guys have probably been used to. So that's probably one of the most bullish things I'm going to say on this whole AMA is the crazy proactive pushing things out insanely fast dev that you guys know really well. He's back 100%, so pretty pumped about that. But anyways, with that out of the way, got lots of updates for you guys today on all the projects and a couple other things. Firstly, I wanted to touch real quick on the build streams. So with the build streams that we were doing, they were getting some decent traction. Didn't have too much interaction on the last one that we did, but I've kind of figured out a couple changes that we can make that could make them a lot more exciting and make them a lot more beneficial. So some of those changes real quick are that I'm going to focus the next couple builds on things that are going to directly impact and improve our projects. And I'm going to go into some of the details about what some of those things are. I guess just to quickly give you an example, I got a lot planned for Blue and the Blue website. And one thing that I just realized, and this is part of a bigger plan, is that if you check out here, if you go to buy, we're just sending people the pancake swap. This was important at first because we had a big V3 liquidity pool, and we had a big V2 liquidity pool. So my number one concern is always making sure that our users get the best output when they're doing swaps. So it's kind of really difficult to implement a proper split swap on our own site. Now that 100% of our liquidity is in V2, it's actually quite straightforward to have swapping built right into the site. So I think that's going to be a super fun build stream. It's going to be straightforward. And one of the changes for the build streams is we're going to announce them well in advance and specify exactly what we're building. So we're going to say, hey, we're updating the Blue website, and this is like a great time for the community to come on the stream and say, hey, could we improve this or could we improve that? And like any ideas that you guys have that could improve the Blue website, we could just do it right on the spot there, right on stream. But the main focus of that first build stream or the next build stream is going to be building in kind of like we have with MSS. I guess I could show you guys that real quick. Kind of the way that you can swap right on the site here. We got this really nice swap here. I mean, there's a bit more intricate because there's auto stake and stuff, but you can just put your BNB. It shows you how much MSS you're getting, then you can just swap. So something like this is super simple for us to do now with Blue, and really with Book also. I mean, Book uses V3, but Book also only has a single LP, so that's fairly straightforward to get done. So I was thinking we can do that for Blue first, and then we could have another build stream where we can work on the Book website. So, I mean, I think that, I've got a couple other ideas as well that would directly, actually another one that's good to bring up would be redesigning the Book Yields website. So this is something that, again, with the help of AI and, while interacting with you guys, we can fully rebuild this in one session just to give it a completely brand new look. And I think that would be super useful for you guys to learn, for anyone that's interested in learning that, just how you can use AI to pump out a complete front end in a couple hours. Definitely doable, right? If you even look at the Blue website, this is something where, I'd forked the Olympus DAO contracts and made my modifications to them, deployed them, but this whole front end was done with AI, separate from the contracts. So I'll be using a very similar style to that to, redo the Book Yields website. So I think that, having focused build streams that have very specific, this is what we're building, and, we share it well in advance, and they directly impact and improve our actual sites. I think that's a great way to get a ton more traction on the build streams over the next couple. And I think we can do the first one even tomorrow. I'll see if that gives people enough kind of notice to join in. I'd love to get a big audience for it. So. But if that's something we can do, then I'll definitely have that first build stream tomorrow to make those improvements to the Blue website. So that's my update for the build streams. For Book, got a couple things going on with Book. I really don't want you guys to feel that Book is forgotten now that, we're working on, we've released Blue. Remember, Blue and Book, they complement each other. They have a lot of shared liquidity. Book is still that meme coin that represents BNB chain, and BNB chain is on fire now. BNB, before this pullback we're in right now, BNB, kept pushing new all-time highs. Book of Binance is BNB chain. It's it stands for everything that all of us that have been on BNB chain for multiple years have endured, and all the great projects, the failed projects, and it really has a great narrative to it still. And, I don't want that to get lost in some of the other things that we've been talking about with Blue and everything. Book is a solid project. Of course, like, it's different from Blue in that it has no emissions. There's a fixed supply. And, probably the biggest thing with Book is obviously having Book USD, right? Where any positive movement on Book is going to be amplified. People are going to start borrowing Bud stablecoin with their Book as the Book price appreciates. That's going to make Bus get way more in demand, which is going to push the price of Bus up, which is then going to increase the stability pool APR. And it just needs a little small catalyst to really get going, and it can carry itself, right? It can, we can go back to running deck screener ads all the time. We were running those nonstop before, and I'm happy to go back into doing that again, because I think Book has a tremendous potential. A couple other things for Book before I move on. I have a call on October 1st with a huge KOL, not just your average KOL, like an actual real person that has shown a lot of interest in Book. And I think that it's going to be I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get that collaboration going. I think I can share who it is. Like, this deal is not done yet. So, this is something where I'm going to try to work out the deal on October 1st. So take that for what it is. But Darcy Donovan is who I'm going to be working with. She reached out to me just a couple of days ago. I mean, we've been talking for a couple months, but she reached back out to me. Actually, I think it was yesterday. And I booked a call with her team to, get some kind of collaboration or endorsement going. So, that's all related to Book. She's been around Book. She's in the Book TG. She likes the project. She likes the team. So that's what I've got going on for Book. And actually, also, there's something else small. We're gonna be getting some more meme contests going. We had a lot of success in the meme contest that we ran through MemeDeck. We had a lot of amazing meme submissions. So for the one sol that we paid out, I think that was the only option as a reward was Solana. So we paid out like one sol as a reward, and we got hundreds of like insanely good memes submitted. So we're going to be setting that up for Book, and also going to set that up for Blue. So stay tuned. We'll let you guys know. We're going to get those going ASAP. So just watch out for the announcements, and we'll let you guys know when that's live. Now let's talk about Blue. And guys, make sure you watch to the end. I got a little surprise for you guys at the end. So Blue. So I kind of touched on this already. So I was just thinking, like I've said this so many times, like Blue is an incredible protocol. It is so fun. It's so simple. It has great potential to earn, with staked Blue, like S Blue, and with G Blue, the governance Blue. It's really working perfectly. I talked in the Telegram about a week ago about introducing some bond markets, and I am going to get that going again soon, because I know that some of the things that we're about to do for Blue is really going to get the price moving the right direction. So that's the environment where it, bonds thrive, and, we can help kickstart some of that momentum by having, Blue BNB bonds, because people are going to have to buy their Blue to enter those bond positions. And that, I think that combined with a bunch of other things that we're going to be doing is going to create a lot of momentum for Blue. That's going to offset some of the potential sell pressure that comes from when those bonds are released afterwards. So I think the main thing, and I want to involve the community a lot in these discussions and ideas, but I think that a couple of core changes need to be made to the Blue website. And then what I want to do is I want to use regular crypto banner ads to just drive traffic to the Blue website. So that's stuff like the text ads that you see on BSC Scan, or just like small banner type ads that you see on all kinds of various different crypto sites. I just got another account set up with, what's this? Let me check the name of it real quick. Like I've already got an account with A-Ads. I've got an account with Coinzilla, and I just set up a new account. Let me just look through my email real quick here with Coin Traffic. I'm going to try them out as well. So I'm going to use that to drive traffic to the Blue site. But first, I just want to make a couple tweaks to it. So one of them is, of course, the buy page. I want to update this to be able to buy and sell Blue right on the site. And in addition to that, also, like, while we're talking about bonds, we can definitely have it so that you can zap into bonds. We can add that as well. Maybe that'd be a separate build stream. Again, I think that build streams that are going to directly improve our sites is like a great use of a build stream, and it's just going to be great in every way, pretty much. Let me know what you guys think about that. But anyways, so we're going to get buying Blue, make it super easy. You can do it right on the site. We'll get that going right away. Maybe even tomorrow build stream, we'll get that done. Also, when Blue launched, I said that, for the first 3 months, we're going to keep 50,000% APY. And then it's going to be up to the community to decide if it should be lowered or if it should remain the same. And so I want to get that going. Actually, how old is Blue now? I'm not sure exactly. I'll check afterwards, but I know I'm going to stick with my word, and we're not going to do anything before that 3-month period. But what I'm going to do is, for one, I suggest everyone with Blue, I suggest putting your S Blue into G Blue. So I can demonstrate that for you guys real quick. So let me make this a little bit bigger. That looks good. So basically what you're going to, of course, you're going to want to stake all your Blue if your Blue is not staked. Scott Brown says, new update sounds great. Let's go. Yes, sir. So obviously, first you want to stake all your Blue. If it's not staked, I'm just going to leave a few in my wallet just to keep that holder count up, because I like doing that. So once you've got your Blue staked for S Blue, as you can see, I've got a little bit of S Blue here. You're going to want to go to the G Blue page, and you're going to want to stake. You're going to want to wrap. It's called wrapping. Basically, like you earn the exact same way with S Blue and G Blue. I know most of you guys are probably familiar with this, but you're going to want to convert that S Blue into G Blue, because that's what the governance vote is going to be looking at, right? So the more G Blue you have, the more weight your vote's going to carry. So the vote is going to be for the APY. And I've got to think of the best way to do this, because there's a couple different ways the vote can work. I mean, because there's kind of like the first question is, do we change the APY? And then there's another question of, if we vote, yeah, we should change it. Well, what do we change it to? So, there's a couple different ways we can handle that. Maybe we do 2 separate votes. Maybe the first vote is about, do we change it? And the second vote gives options on how much we change it. Or maybe I'll merge it all into one vote. Although that introduces some problems, because, just because of if there's a lot of different options, like you might get, 25% voting for a big change, 25% voting for like a medium change. And, anyways, the numbers can work out so that, if the majority of people want to change, it still might vote that there should be no change, just because there was multiple different options for a change, or there's like only one option for no change, right? That might get like 30%, let's say. I probably didn't explain that too well, but we'll figure out how to set up that governance vote to make sure that we get exactly what the community wants there. But speaking of the APY, so, I think I think that, it probably could get lowered. I think it could probably work as well, remaining the same. I think what it really comes down to is just mindset and mentality around the token. So I think that, even with the high APY, I think that over the next couple months, at some point, we're going to experience some kind of extreme alt season. I know I've been saying that for the last year and a half, but, I think that it has to eventually come. And a lot of guys are thinking it's going to come either end of this year or maybe first thing 2026. So what I do think probably needs to be changed is, and you guys let me know if you agree or not, I think even if we leave the APY alone, I think that we probably need to display it a little bit differently, because I think that this might scare people. They might see, 50,000 APY, that's way too much, right? So I think that maybe showing like the daily returns might be better psychologically, especially like we need to optimize it so that when we're driving paid traffic to the Blue website, that people aren't confused, they understand it, and they want to get involved. So whatever changes we need to make to accomplish that is what we've got to do. So, and again, I think we can make some of those changes without necessarily changing the APY, but with the governance vote, maybe we will also be changing the APY at the same time. So yeah, overall updates to the Blue website, done on build streams, possible APY updates, first governance vote, get your GBlue ready, crypto banner ads to drive traffic to the Blue website, because I think we got a beautiful website here with a great project, great protocol, and I'm actively looking for collaboration with other projects. I mean, I think that GBlue, just the whole protocol is a great protocol to build on top of. I know like Olympus DAO has done a bunch of stuff with Ohm, and we can, kind of learn from that and see like which things, what they've done that makes sense for us to potentially do. So got a comment from Gaz. Great idea, Aaron, about the daily rate. Just have the one vote as well. Yep. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah. As much as 50,000% APY looks really cool. And I've seen other projects, like I think Seifu years ago, I think it had something like, 600,000% APY or something like that. And that wasn't scaring people. That drove people in, right? It was like, that worked differently than Blue in a couple ways. It was like kind of like a self-rebasing token. So it was a little bit different. But, I think that for the more savvy users, maybe seeing 50,000% APY can be a little bit scary. 100% agree that 50K might be red flagged to some people. 1.71%, not so dramatic. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right. So, I mean, I think that, having said all that, I think that Book and Blue are in great spots here. They both have, insane entries at these levels. And, I think they both have insane potential. You guys have any feedback or comments on that before I move on to the next topic? All right, let's proceed. So, firstly, I want to just give a quick update on Aborian Finance. That's the DEX that's launching on Abstract, that the GBlue holders are going to be getting an airdrop of VEABX. Everything's looking great there. We just had our first audit completed. No major problems, a couple very minor problems. Well, the minor problems was like text updates. So that was something that we've fixed very easily. We're now looking to get a second audit done. I think we're going to be getting that done shortly. We just released the Discord to the public. I think it got released a couple hours ago, and there's already like 1,300 people in there. So a lot of people are super, super hyped for that launch. And I'm going to tell you guys about some strategies when we get closer to the launch, but it's going to be wild. But yeah, I mean, launch is imminent. I know I always say it's a couple weeks away, but realistically, like we're looking like we are legitimately probably like within a week or two away, maybe 3 at max. But I know for all you guys that are in Sui Trump waiting for Sui Dex, these things, a full Dex launch can take a little bit longer than anticipated. And by the way, quick shout out to Sui Trump. That token has been doing awesome. And shout out to Richie. He's really been killing it. And I know he's working insanely hard behind the scenes. So if any of you guys haven't checked that out, then it's definitely worth checking out over on the Sui network. By the way, Richie, I mean, if we can get some kind of collab set up, I'd be down to talk about that. Obviously, I know that I can reach out to you privately, but figured I'll just call that out right here on the AMA. But yeah, all right. So actually, let me catch up with these comments. I agree about changing to show daily. Yeah, it seems to be the consensus. I think that's a great update. Are you still planning to build a raffle ticket system for Blue? Yeah, I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, so I think, again, going back to the Sui Trump that I was just talking about, Richie's project, I think he has a really great system for a raffle there. And I think that we can kind of use, some ideas from how he's doing that and kind of build our own system. So without going into like crazy detail, like the way that his works is there's a raffle, right? And basically what happens is when you buy tokens, you get tickets for the raffle. You get like one ticket for each token you buy. And yeah, the raffle runs for a certain amount of time, and then a winner is drawn at the end of the raffle period. But I think one of the really cool things that Richie did there with his raffle system is he has the ability for everybody to endorse another person up to 3 times a day. So that brings like a lot of great like excitement and fun and interaction into the Telegram, right? You can just go like /endorse John Salvo, right? You know, and some message, and then he gets a couple free tickets, right? So you can do that like 3 times per day. So I think that's a pretty cool system that kind of just keeps excitement up, and lets people reward other guys that are doing a great job to help promote the project and stuff. So I think that's really cool. So I think we can get that going for both Book and Blue, and I think that's something we can do in a build stream as well. That is a little bit more intricate to build. We're going to have a Telegram bot. We're going to have to monitor for buys on the blockchain, and that's going to be a pretty intricate build. But maybe we can do it over 2 or 3 streams, or maybe I'll get a start. Maybe I'll get a bunch of the hard stuff done myself, and then we can like finalize it on a build stream. But no, I think that's going to be really fun. All right, guys. So now with all that out of the way, I got a little fun, I guess, side quest for you guys, for anyone that's interested. One of my, pretty much my best friend since I was a little kid. He's into crypto. He really loves baby tokens. So we were just talking about Aster and how crazy Aster is going, and we're always just shooting the shit. And the idea came up about him making a baby Aster project. So I said, hey, well, with AI, I can help you do that real easy. So essentially, yeah, I spent a couple hours at it, and I helped him create a baby Aster project. His name is Evan. Actually, what I'm going to do, let me just explain a little bit more first. But just to capitalize on the hype of Aster, we basically made a baby Aster project. Just to be 100% clear, this is his project. I'm not going to be managing it. I'm fully dedicated to Blue and Book. I will obviously be giving him some advice if he needs some advice or some help here and there. But the main thing that I did is I did the smart contract code. I made sure it was 100% legit. It's all based on baby cake. I made sure that everything was set up 100% proper in terms of like the tokenomics, and just making sgoing to everything is safe and fully legit. And I helped, obviously build up the website, but that's all done now. So basically, he's going to be the man in charge there. I think Nick is going to help him out a little bit too with that. But, just so you guys know, I'm fully focused on obviously Blue and Book. But, I think with the hype around Aster, I think there's some huge potential here for anyone that wants to, jump in with a little buy. But let me show you what we got going on here. Basically it's just baby Aster. It's based on baby cake. Obviously we got AI to build up our own front end for it. And pretty much it's pretty simple. You buy it. There's an 8% buy tax and a 9% sell tax. And basically you get Aster rewards. It's been, I basically created this a couple days ago with my friend Evan, and this market cap has jumped quite a bit since I looked at it last. But yeah, I mean, you can see right on the dashboard, you can see, how much total Aster rewards have been paid. Like pretty crazy, 1,300. There's been like hardly any volume, so pretty wild. Oh wow, 73 guys are holding. I think that number was like 20 last time I looked, or maybe 30. But yeah, market cap under 100K. I think this is something where Evan, my buddy Evan. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an AMA to introduce him to the community, just so you guys know that he's a real person, and he's actually going to be the one that's deving the project and like doing the community management and doing all that stuff. Obviously, like I'll help him if he has questions, but yeah, I'm gonna I think that's going to be in about 6 hours. We're just going to do a real quick AMA where you're going to see me, you're going to see him, and he's just going to talk a little bit about himself and why he wanted to launch baby Aster. So watch out for that. I'll post a link for that once we get that set up. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You're in pretty crazy Aster rewards. So this is actually like the Book deployer account. I picked up a pretty healthy position right around launch. I'll probably use these Aster to just buy Book and buy Blue. But yeah, I mean, this just started, and I've already got like almost like 90 Aster here almost in rewards between what I can claim and what already has been sent to the wallet. And yeah, this is crazy day today so far, but this is still under 100K. I mean, I think this can probably go up into the millions. I mean, Evan's super pumped about it, and he does have a full-time job, but he's going to be working on this real hard. So take that information and do what you guys want with it. But I'll post some of the links in the chat for you guys for anyone that's interested. Here's the web address, and anyone that wants to jump in. This is on BNB chain, of course, and with the 8% buy tax, you're going to want to set slippage to 9%. But here's the contract address, and I think with all the hype around Aster, having a proper dev build a proper baby Aster, I think I think it's going to make a lot of sense to have my buddy Evan run an ad or two on Deck Screener for this, and I think this can run into the millions, to be honest. So pretty pumped about it. And the better this does, the more tokens I'll have in this deployer account to help out Book and Blue. I mean, that's not the main purpose of it, but yeah, overall pretty exciting stuff. Anybody have any questions about that? Or questions overall for anything I've discussed in the AMA? But yeah, guys, the market cap's low here, so I wouldn't suggest aping in too hard. Maybe half a BNB, maybe a BNB at the very most if you really want to jump in hard. But yeah, this is the kind of project you don't even have to worry about when to sell. You just hold on to it, and you tell people about it, and more volume comes, the more rewards you get, and it's the Aster rewards it's paying out are already insane. $1,300 worth of rewards, and that's with Aster being down quite hard today with the market taking a dump. But yeah, I think guys are going to do pretty well with this, and just a fun side project while we work on other stuff. But all right, looks like no other questions or comments are rolling in. I'll maybe give it another 30 seconds or so. But yeah, like I said, I want to introduce my best friend Evan. I'm going to introduce him to you guys on an AMA, just so you guys can meet him, see his face, and hear his excitement for this, and see. I'm going to kind of be, I've been doing a lot of the setup stuff just because obviously I've got a lot of experience with this, and he's pretty new to it. But now that I've got all the setup stuff done, I'm going to be kind of handing it off to him, and yeah, it's basically his project, and want to see him succeed. He's a hard worker. He's been telling every baby token that gets launched, I got to hear about it because he loved these baby tokens so much. So it'd be pretty awesome to see a baby token of his own really take off. All right, well, it looks like no more comments are rolling in, so I think we'll end it there. But yeah, quick recap. Expect a lot more out of me. I've got things set up now where I'm going to be a lot more productive. Big things coming for Blue and Book. Also really excited for this fun project, Baby Aster. Aborian's looking awesome. Super pumped for that. There's just everything in the ecosystem is going to be doing excellent. So I would take the opportunity to buy anything on these current dips. Are you still planning on updating the UI for Book? Yep, I mentioned that earlier. Or do you mean like the Book website or the Book USD, Book Yields website? Because I'm open to doing both. I think that probably Book Yields is probably one that will be more impactful and make for a good build stream. But I think, yeah, we can definitely update the Book website as well using a similar technique. So, you can let me know if you're talking about one or the other, but overall, I'm down for doing both, but definitely going to be doing Book USD. Appreciate the hard work. Thanks for sharing, Baby Aster. My pleasure, man. Let's build up some positions, and let's get this sent to the millions, guys. All the hype around Aster could definitely make it really fly. Just overall. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely. I think that the book website itself could use some improvements. So yeah, we can definitely have a build stream and improve this. Are you thinking alt season is delayed until 2026? I'm going to be honest with you, man. Every prediction I've made about the alt season has been just about as bad of a prediction as I could have made. So I don't think you really want my opinion on it, but I mean, I don't know. I think either late this year or early 2026, if we even get an alt season. I mean, I don't even know what's going on nowadays. So, but I think that our projects are poised to be able to shine in multiple conditions. I mean, obviously, I think a strong alt season would be huge for us, but we got to just hope for the best, but just plan for working with what we got. So great AMA as always. Thanks, my man. I got to buy some baby Aster for sure. Yeah, it's a cool one, guys. Just buy it. You don't got to worry about selling it. I think anyone that buys in anywhere near these levels, you're gonna get so many times more in Aster rewards than what you're paying to buy in, that just set it and forget it. Just buy it, hold it, watch those rewards come in. Just a fun side project. And if Aster does what some of these guys are saying, going to $5, $10, like it's just gonna amplify the value of those rewards. So yeah, have some fun with it, guys. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. I guess. Talking too much. All right, guys. So yeah, I think I'll be setting up a build stream for tomorrow to get that blue buy stuff done to the website. So yeah, hope I can see most of you guys there. And if while we're building it, if you guys have any feedback about, hey, this is going to look a bit better like this, or why don't you do it like this, like that's the kind of interaction that I'd love to get during those build streams. So let's plan to have that for tomorrow. I'll set it up today and give you guys enough notice. And yeah, really hope to see everybody there. Great innovation. Thanks. You just hold in wallet. Yep. All you got to do is just hold it in the wallet, and the rewards come in. So so you can, like, these numbers boosted up like crazy since I first showed this on this wallet, but no deposit required. Nope. So you just buy the tokens, and you can see here like how many tokens you have. This will show you like what percentage of the reward share that you have. And again, like this I bought with the like the book deployer wallet, planning to use the rewards for our ecosystem, like the book and blue stuff. And what's amazing about that is I can just sell the Aster rewards to help book and blue, and it doesn't even hurt baby Aster at all. And I hold my whole position and I can keep earning on it. But what I was going to say is that you don't have to do anything. Like these claimable Aster will get auto sent to me in future transactions, like buys and sells on the token. But if you don't want to wait for that, you can always claim it here, right? So I'll claim. It really makes no difference, right? Like you get the exact same amount in the end. But if you see a big number there and you really want to get it right away, you can always do that. Any plans for marketing? Yeah, I mean, I've got big plans for marketing for blue and for book, and for baby Aster, I've got some great ideas that I'm going to share with Evan and get him on it. Like I think for example, it'd probably be, I think some deck screener ads for baby Aster would be a really smart move, especially after we get a little bit more movement. Market cap still, it's 107. It's not bad. But yeah, no, I think I can convince Evan to get some good paid marketing going for that. Because again, I think this is the kind of project that we can just send people to the website and they're going to get it. And, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just buy it and you earn Aster. So with the hype around Aster, I think this is where marketing you can get a great return on investment, just because this is something like hyped right now that's high in demand. So, but yeah, there's definitely going to be some marketing going on there. All right, guys. So I'll be around. You guys feel free to join the Baby Aster Telegram. I'm in there anonymously right now. Again, I'm not going to have a super pronounced role there. Like, I'm obviously going to be available if Evan needs any assistance or has any questions or anything along those lines. But that if this is going to be his project, but again, I can vouch 100%. I handled 100% of the smart contract code and the launch and that stuff, so you guys can know it's safe and it's all going to work properly. So, anyways, thanks guys for joining. Feel like that was a pretty productive AMA. We're about 36 minutes in, and yeah, again, hope to see you guys at the build stream tomorrow and have some fun with Baby Aster and accumulate that book and blue at these prices, because I'm not going to be there for long. All right, take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.